Hey everyone, it's Rose. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are here in my parents' bedroom because the lighting in here is exquisite. Today's video is going to be my 2021 reading goals. It was interesting to reflect on the goals that I created for this year and then seeing like if I met those goals or whether they changed or whatever. Like I said, it was very interesting to look back on. I'm pretty sure the only goal that I didn't meet for 2020 was to read classics. Like, I did not touch classics, I didn't even think about them. I did reach my goal of reading 25 books, and I tried to read things other than romance, and even though half of the books that I read were romance, the other half was like a mixed variety, and so I was very proud of that, but I want to go even further than that this year. Anyways, so I have 5 goals that I made for myself this year. The first one is to read 30 books this year, or next year. I read 30 books this year, but I feel like I could have read more than 30. I did have a few reading slumps, so that did affect my reading. And so I think that setting my goal at 30 is good because I know that it's achievable, but I know that I may be able to pass it, so it's not so intimidating. My second goal is to read more Book of the Month books and more Owl Crate books. I had been subscribed to Owl Crate for like a year and a half, and I haven't read any of the books that I got from them, and I have like 17. And I've been subscribed to Book of the Month since like June or July, and I haven't read any of those books either. I am going to press pause on my subscription for Book of the Month because I want to catch up on all of these books that I haven't read, and I don't want to spend money if I'm not, you know. So yeah, I want to read those books because I don't want to be a horrible customer for those two services. My third goal is to read more books outside of my comfort zone. That was kind of like what I wanted my one of my goals to be for this year. I just said don't read as much romance, but I didn't say read outside the comfort zone. My comfort zone is romance, thrillers, and like general fiction. I kind of want to read outside of that just a little bit this year. I don't want to push it too much because I fear reading slumps so hard. So my fourth goal is to read more books about people of color or about people in the LGBT community, or read books by those authors would be good too. I do have a few books written by people of color that I've gathered over the last few months, but I am planning on getting more than that. So I definitely do have to look into books written by LGBT authors because I'm not educated very much in that area. So I'm looking forward to researching LGBT authors. And when I wrote all of my goals down in my reading journal, I did put like a little star next to that particular goal because that one is important to me. And then my last reading goal is to participate as much as possible in the 2021 Buzzword Challenge. The Buzzword Readathon was created by Kayla from Books and Lala, and it would be a readathon for one whole month, and I think she did it twice a year. I don't think she did it in 2020 because of COVID, and maybe she just like didn't want to do it. I don't know. But for 2021, she wanted to do the whole year. If you don't know what the Buzzword Readathon is, like the readathon would be based on one word, and let's say the word was like numbers. So you'd have to read books that had numbers in the title. I'm just gonna leave her video explaining the whole thing in the description. I'm going to participate as much as I can in the Buzzword Challenge. You don't necessarily have to do it each month. I know she's doing like some extra things inside of this challenge, but I'm simply just going to be reading the books each month. I will be making a separate TBR video for this buzzword challenge. So those are all of my 2021 goals, and now I want to share with you the books that I want to try and read. The first one that I have is Witchy by Ariel Slamette Rise. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but this is a graphic novel and it's fantasy. The reason that this book is on my 2021 TBR is because my friend Rue and I talked about buddy reading this together in September, and then I was like, hey Rue, I'm in a reading slump right now. I don't feel like reading, especially not this book. And so Rue was very understanding and told me that it's fine, just let me know when you are ready to read it and I would be happy to read it with you. And so I don't want to not read this with Rue. And so yeah, I'm putting this on my 2021 TBR because I really want to read it with Rue. And I'm hoping to be in the mood for it early in the year rather than later. The second book on my TBR is Daylight Chasers by Rue Sparks, the same Rue that I will be doing that buddy read with. I don't want to not read this book. I don't want to keep pushing it off like I push off every other book on my shelf. And yeah, that's why this is on my 2021 TBR, because this one is going to take priority over a lot of the books that I'm going to read this year. And I say that now, and then I'm just going to keep reading other books instead of this one, and I'm going to hate myself for it. The next one on my TBR is Good Boss, Bad Boss by Robert Sutton. This one is nonfiction, and it's about leadership. I'm in a position of leadership at my job, and I want to learn more about leadership to make myself better. The next book on here I'm very excited about because it's been getting a lot of attention, and I've not heard a single bad thing about it. I've never heard anybody say that they didn't like it. And it's The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I got this. I got this for Christmas. And I wasn't expecting to get any books for Christmas, but I got this for Christmas. The next one on my 2021 TBR. Jesus, it's gonna be 2021 already in 2 days. It's I Hope You Get This Message by Firenaz Rishi. I had this on my TBR last year. Well, this year, because it's still 2020. And I did start reading it too, but reading slump, so I was not trying to read it anymore. I didn't even make it 1/4 of the way through it before I was like, I can't read this anymore. Not because I wasn't enjoying it. Just want to put that out there. I wasn't not enjoying it. It was because of the reading slump, as per usual. And so I don't want to leave this book unfinished, especially for a long time, because it's already almost been a year since I've touched this book. And yeah, I can't do it. And so I really want to go back to this book, hopefully sooner rather than later. And I'm going to say that about every book that I am planning on reading, but I think this one is definitely top 5 priority on my priority list. The last book on my TBR is The Beauty in Breaking by Michelle Harper. This is a memoir about a doctor. She is basically just talking about her experience becoming a Black doctor in America, where most doctors are male and white. And I just think that this one is going to be so good and so important. Written by a Black author from Book of the Month, which is exactly the thing that I am trying to achieve for 2021. So this is perfect. So those were all of my 2021 goals and TBR things in terms of reading, and I do have a couple goals for my channel that I will share with you. They're not anything major, they're just small goals that I really want to push myself to work towards. I really want to be more consistent with my channel. There was a few times during 2020 where I was I don't feel like uploading, or just something like that, and I wouldn't upload for 3 weeks. Or there was one time when I didn't upload for a month. And I don't want to do that because like consistency is like the best thing to grow your channel. So, and then I also want to make more content that I'm proud of. I did find that when I didn't want to upload, but then I would like force myself to upload, it would end up being like sloppy, and I didn't actually like it, but I had to send it out because I needed to upload something. So like I don't want to do that. If I do ever feel like the video is not like the best that it can be, then I'm not going to force myself to upload and be consistent. I want to try new things on my channel. I know I did like a lot of tag videos and a lot of book hauls, which is kind of bad about book hauls. Like, I bought too many books this year, but I want to add some like new things to my channel that I didn't do in 2020. I don't know what those things are. I'm gonna have to look into it a little bit more, but that's definitely something that I want to do. And then lastly, this one's gonna be very hard for me. I want to tell my family about my channel. The only person who knows about my channel is my sister. Like, me filming this video in my parents' bedroom is kind of awkward for me because her bedroom is right on the other side of the wall. She's not in there, but we still have very thin walls. She's in the living room, and I'm pretty sure she can hear me. And so when I go out of this room in a second, I'm gonna feel a little bit awkward. But yeah, I really do want to tell my family about my channel because like I've been hiding it for a year, and it was very hard sometimes to film a video because especially with COVID, we're always home together, and so there's never like a spare moment for me to film a video. And I think that them knowing that I have this channel is just going to be easier for me, and also they'll just know that I have a channel and they won't think that I'm just not doing anything when I'm downstairs in my bedroom. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Also, follow me on Goodreads. I don't think I've ever said that on this channel. I do have a Goodreads, and it's linked in the description if you want to follow me or be friends with me, because you can do both. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.